son. Where'd you find this?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Most Everything Podcast. What's going on, Corey?
Nothing, man. I don't got nothing.
Hey,
What's going on with you?
hey, listeners.
Well, actually, we do for
Hold on,
listeners.
let me get this side. Let me get this part.
Go for it.
If you're wondering why we sound crisp, if you're wondering why the level of sound is elevated, okay, it's because we're in the lovely Gotham Podcast Studios with our engineer Brianna. Hey, Brianna. We decided to step it up a little bit for episode 43 and beyond. Okay. That doesn't mean that we won't be back at our kitchen table or at Corey's house.
Right.
So for now, we also have video, which we'll put up on our YouTube channel. Go subscribe. So welcome to episode 43.
43 with new look.
New look, new equipment,
sound.
new sound, new feel. Follow me on IG at art_G.
Follow me on IG at Corey Hilton 1.
Yep, and if you need to send us your top 5, your general feedback of the show, email us at MostlyEverythingPodcast@gmail.com or slide in our DMs for business purposes only. So, should we get started with this? Who won this top 5 from last week?
No.
Or you only said that because you lost?
No. That's not why I said that.
So,
let me tell you why I said that.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, you got listening places to listen
Oh,
to
yeah,
us
this
now.
is right.
You got
This is right.
iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify,
Yep.
and soon video with audio on YouTube. Let me add that into the mix.
Hey, we giving this to you guys. It's 2019.
Yeah,
all right?
you got to see our face.
Gone are the days of us. No, I'm not gonna say gone are the days because we might be back at our kitchen table next week.
We might be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like 2 a month. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Financially, we'll figure it out.
Hopefully we get a nice like 30-40% discount from Gotham Podcast Studios maybe.
You know, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. All right, guys. So I won last week's top 5, which was last week top 5 Super
I
Bowls,
just want to know why you living in the past.
because we have to know where we come from in order to know where we're going.
All right.
Correct?
You're right.
Okay.
You won.
Okay.
Cool.
Damn right.
Congratulations.
Yeah, oh, thank you, sir. Is that 3 in a row? That's definitely it. That might be 3 in a row.
They're starting off bad this year.
Man.
But
Yeah.
the only reason why you won,
Okay.
there's always a reason why.
Okay. What's the reason why?
Because more of your friends from New York City
Okay.
follow us on IG than my friends. So we had 7
Okay.
votes. You had, we had 5, 6 votes, I think it was. You had 4, I had 2. That's what it was, right?
From where? From Mostly
Mostly,
Podcast?
yeah.
Okay, for the Mostly one. Okay.
And clearly,
But I won. No, I won the Mostly and I won.
Yeah, and you won yours.
Yeah.
New York followers. I put the Giants against the Ravens.
First of all,
and one person even sent us a DM.
first and
said,
foremost,
That's the ugliest Super Bowl I've ever seen in my whole entire life. You automatically win because Corey added it onto his page.
first and foremost.
And I won my page.
There's mostly Baltimore folks on the Mostly one.
No, it's not.
There's like a handful of New York folks.
No.
All right, whatever you say.
You want to look at the votes?
No, we can't right now. We don't want to go on our phones right now.
All right.
So I won.
Okay, you won.
Again.
It's Black History Month.
It is Black History Month. We're gonna celebrate that. Happy Black History Month to all my fellow Black people out there. For shout out to the pioneers and trailblazers who sacrificed their life, their time to give the future of the Black folks and the Black people to what we have today. We're still struggling, but at the same time, we would never got here without them. So shout out to them.
So me and Reece run our own podcast page, and Reece has been posting up some banging videos and information, whatever.
It's we, son. It's we, man.
It is
we.
It is we.
Because I know you thought it, so that's why I posted it.
Right.
Feel me?
So wake up.
Yeah.
You know, the first thing you do, you mostly grab your phone. You go on social media.
You check. That's the morning newspaper these days.
Exactly. So the first thing I see is, because every time we post a page, I go to my page, mostly everything is the first thing that comes up.
Yeah.
Black y'all,
and I'm black y'all, and I'm black.
Hey, I was like, bro,
CB4 was a great movie, and that scene in CB4 where they kind of split and they went into their solo careers, and that's the first thing that they did, and that was literally the whole entire song.
He said one word.
That's
well,
it.
like 3 words.
Right. So yeah, man. So we tried to keep the content coming. We try to keep it relevant, keep it interactive again for our listeners or people who don't even listen to podcasts. So at least you're able to go on our page, live, share it with your friends, and show your mom and dad maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
All
Follow us. I mean, our page is hot, popping.
On fire.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You ready to kick it off?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Talk about Black Panther.
All right, so in celebration for Black History Month, Black Panther is returning to theaters from February 1st to February 7th.
Select theaters, guys.
Select theaters, not everything. So we know Black Panther took the world by storm last year in February 14th, I think it came out.
It did.
So it took the world by storm. People came dressed in their African garb all over the world. Saudi Arabia had their theaters closed for years, but they opened it just to show Black Panther. In Africa, everybody came in their African garb. Everybody just migrated to the theater to see it. Movie made over $1 billion. It's the most profitable Marvel movie ever in history.
So far,
until Infinity War Part 2 comes out, which I think that'll be probably get there. And it was great, man. It really gave shout out to director Ryan Coogler, Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Angela Bassett, Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett, Winston Duke, Letitia Wright, the whole cast. It was an amazing movie.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, so it's back in theaters. So go take it.
What's the guy with the messed up eye name?
Claw. His name is Claw, but his name is
I'm drawing a blank.
Andy Serkis.
No.
Yes.
Not him.
Who?
Lazy guy.
Damn.
Lazy guy.
He played the priest.
He played in everything.
Damn. He played the last king of Scotland. Brianna, help me out. Who's the guy? So he was in the last king of Scotland. He was. Damn it.
He played in so many movies.
So many movies. Brianna is googling right now.
I cannot think of his name.
I know the listeners are screaming his name, but I can't think of it.
Forrest Whitaker.
Jesus yes.
Jesus Christ, that's so bad.
Hey,
so bad.
Brianna, because of that, you're the honorary third member of the Most Everything Podcast.
Absolutely. Jesus.
Forrest Whitaker, amazing actor, years in the business, and he's still making great movies.
Yeah, he is.
So part 2 obviously is going to come out. So what do you want to see in part 2?
I don't know. Okay. I want to see what's been done to the city. What can the vibranium bring to the community to help see if it does, or do people turn into bad things.
Okay. Well, they did say Michael B. Jordan might come back for part 2, but I want to say Houseway because he dead.
Well, we're gonna find out. Maybe he really didn't die.
It's always gonna be something. Maybe he comes back, but then he's good now, but then he still has bad intentions. Or of course we're gonna see, because T'Challa just became king right in the beginning of Black Panther, because that's right after Civil War from when his dad died. So he just became king. He's still growing. They had pretty much a mutiny in the country of Wakanda, and then that all went away. Everybody come together now. So I will, because most likely it's gonna be after the fourth Avengers movie, third Avengers movie, Endgame. So something's gonna happen there because everything is after one another. So it's probably gonna trickle some things in, and I want to see Shuri become
like
Black Panther, because I think at one point in the comics she kind of took over.
She should.
She took over for T'Challa. And she's hella smart.
Yeah, she is.
So I would like to see her,
she plays such
come
a good role.
come into herself, come into her own, and
reminds me of myself.
Okay, all right. You're thinking a little bit too highly of yourself, sir. So speaking of Black Panther, you want to take this one?
No.
All right, bet. So I'll keep it going.
Which one?
The next topic. We're into the next one, yo.
No.
Yeah.
You skipped one.
How? What I skip? Which one you sent me? Oh, right.
I sent you another one to run things.
Hold on.
Come on.
Okay, the one that you sent me does not include this. The one that you just sent me. So you take this then, since you have it there.
No.
The one you just sent me doesn't have that in there.
You take it.
All right, bet. So we do it this way. Okay, Jussie Smollette, yes. So he was brutally attacked. We knew Jussie from the
Empire show.
From Empire. He played one of the Lyons brothers. Recently came out as gay. And he was a activist for the LGBTQ community as well as an activist for Black folks. He was attacked at 2 a.m. in Chicago, right? So
Chicago's wild.
Yeah, so he was walking to get something to eat.
Before we go into that, do you know people? It's so cold in Chicago. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But people are taking people's Canada Goose jackets off of them.
Are you kidding?
They're serious.
Where did you hear that story? Damn.
Yeah.
Are you just saying that because I have a Canada Goose?
Nope. I'm talking about people I know in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, so I have no business in Chicago, so I'm not going anytime soon.
No. Go ahead, finish reading.
All right, so while walking to get something to eat right after a long flight, he was attacked. He had a noose tied around his neck, and there's two assailants that were dressed in ski masks, all black, poured bleach on him. They ran away, telling him this is MAGA country. He was able to get himself to the hospital, and he's now resting at home. He was released a few days later. He had a fractured rib, and of course, marks around his neck.
Right.
Now, everybody, all the celebrities, kind of outpoured their support for Jussie, and they know that he's a genuinely good guy, right? So he doesn't antagonize anyone, doesn't give anybody any reason to do this kind of thing. And for somebody to come out, especially with Trump in the White House, and the sparking of kind of ownership that these folks think that racism could prosper now because we have someone in the White House that clearly doesn't give a shit about anybody else but himself.
Right.
So when shooting happens, he doesn't condemn them. He doesn't condemn the shooters. He always blames the other folks should be armed.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it's a thing that we're gonna talk about later when he did the exact same thing.
Right. So we know that Jesse's a good guy, doesn't antagonize anybody, doesn't give anybody any reason for this type of thing to happen. And for this to happen right now in 2018, a lot of people felt like, he lied about it. But, it does sound like a crazy story, but what reason does a person have to lie, right? Especially in this Trump's America where everything goes.
I mean, he was in Chicago.
He was.
So.
For whatever business reasons or whatever, nobody had a right to attack Jussie.
Nope.
Again, LGBTQ activists, Black activists. He stands up when he needs to. And this is definitely unfortunate. Definitely a sad story. Luckily, he was able to survive, but still, shout out to him.
So I just first I want to make sure he gets back healthy and normal and everything comes around. Whoever did this get caught. That's number one. I'm in Chicago. Doubt it. So much going on.
Right.
Number two, I was actually looking at the wrong one. That was that was yours.
Okay.
I am on page.
Okay.
And now we can go into the cast of Black Panther.
Yep.
Won the Outstanding Performance by Cast and Motion Picture at the SAG Awards.
Yep.
The whole cast, with the experience of Winston Duce and Loretta Wright, were in attendance to accept the award. Chad Boseman gave a very powerful speech.
Yep.
They tried to cut him off. He said, no. That won't happen.
Let me get this out.
Let me finish. This don't happen all the time.
It began with to be young, gifted, and Black.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people didn't believe in the movie. A lot of folks didn't give it a chance, but it really pumped belief in the Black community and other communities that Black people can make things happen. And even again, we said this on a couple of episodes before. But Hollywood is still hesitant to give full minority casts for movies a chance. They didn't necessarily believe that Crazy Rich Asians would actually do the numbers that it did,
exactly.
and it blew the box office up. So did Black Panther, of course.
Yeah.
So they need to start giving these
other races,
these other opportunities to these folks, and they can make a lot of money. And again, they're hesitant to do it.
But I was surprised that they didn't think the Crazy Rich Asians was going to do well. Their community is very tight,
right?
And they always support each other.
Right.
So.
And the movie was generally a good movie. It was hilarious.
Well, I didn't see it, but I heard it was good.
Right.
So back to, I forgot to mention this. They're releasing Black Panthers in the theaters February 1st through February 7th.
Yeah,
that's good and all. But it's on Netflix.
It is
when
on
I leave my
Netflix.
house.
But then again, why wouldn't you want to go back and support a movie that made over $1 billion?
I'm paying $15 a month supporting it.
Are you really paying $15 a month?
Well, we know I'm not paying. Oh, Jesus. You know, you got to share that password. Episode, share that password.
But yeah, man. So I'm probably not gonna see Black Panther again, to be honest, in the theaters. But again, it's a real good thing for the folks who haven't seen it and to go back out there and support.
Or who don't have Netflix.
Yeah, sure.
Because everybody don't have it.
But I don't pay for my Netflix either.
I know.
T-Mobile got that covered.
T-Mobile, speaking of T-Mobile, they pissed me off.
What happened?
Like when they be like, "Oh, let me send you a text to reset your password."
Yeah, they never do.
I don't get the text. Damn. I gotta call this number to like opt out and get them to cut that on.
Oh no.
So and then I don't know if it's just depending because of course, cell phone bill is not in my name.
Right. Of course it's not.
No. Why would I do that?
What do you pay?
The only thing is in my name is rent.
Oh.
And the internet.
As it should.
That's it.
As it should.
That's the only two things.
You gotta keep that roof over your head.
Everything. I have nothing else in my name.
Gotcha.
I don't know how I finagle that, but I'll take it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so it just happened again. A few days ago, a white domestic terrorist shot and killed 5 women at a bank in Florida. Today, another one shot 5 more in Louisiana, all while Trump ignores the actual threats and goes on and on about building walls to make America safe. We already know Trump already showed us his true colors. He clearly doesn't care about anyone but himself. He wants this wall shit.
He wants it bad.
I don't think the government might shut down again in 2 weeks because I don't think the Democrats are gonna agree about this wall shit.
No. Would you give him the wall? $5 billion? What is it? $5 billion? I think it's $5 billion.
Yeah, I think it's $5 billion. But would I give? No, I won't.
I mean, he keeps using the Hispanics as the reason why, and this is why we need a wall.
But then we have domestic terrorists living right here.
Right here.
Doing the most harm.
Right. So it's really the gun control.
Yeah, and they don't want that. We already saw with the constant killings, with the killing in the high school in Florida last year on Valentine's Day.
Right. A new Saint Valentine.
Right, and I know that the kids kind of were fed up, and they're the ones that kind of led the march, for gun control, but we still don't have it in place. So it's definitely 100% unfortunate.
So another Trump supporter showed up at a public library in Houston with a gun because there was a drag queen reading stories to the families. He started harassing employees and police, and proves has been banned from the library for filming children. His name is James Green Sr.
Did he shoot anyone? Or
no.
Okay.
He just came there with the gun because Houston, they allowed to carry guns.
Yeah.
And was upset because drag queens were reading stories to families.
That's none of your business.
It's not. I mean,
first and foremost.
I mean, they're doing something good.
Yeah.
And then they're actually exposing the kids to something that they don't get talked about.
Right.
And if you start a kid with something early, when they grow up and get older, they're used to it. It's not something different, awkward. They don't feel uncomfortable. They don't know how to deal with it.
Right.
You're exposing them to drag queens. I don't care who reads to my kids. Thank you for reading.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. Why are you mad?
Right.
I don't get it.
Well, speaking of, giving education to your kids early, so,
my movie star? I've been looking into it, just to let you know.
Make sure you run that by my wife.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So apparently,
me and Fabiola gonna take care of it.
For the listeners out there, apparently,
it's no apparently.
Corey wants to make my 3-year-old a star. Apparently,
it's no apparently. It's happening.
How's it gonna happen, Corey?
Well, because she's a genius.
She does all right.
No. I've seen it. When I know, I know.
Okay. Say no more.
Yeah.
All right. So Corey wants to turn my 3-year-old into a superstar. By all means. Okay.
Me and Fabiola.
Do what you gotta do, because I don't have time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So if you want to take over, that's good.
I'm about to get a 9 to 5. Once that gets locked in.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
We gonna practice. We out. All right, so you want to talk about these Uber prices that's apparently going up?
Absolutely not. Uber prices are going up in NYC due to these new laws.
Yeah.
Because the upset cab drivers losing money.
Right.
Plan on paying more for your majority of the rides you take in all 5 boroughs. The law requires Uber, Lyft, Via, and Juno to pay drivers a specific per mile and per minute rates, with the new goals of drivers earning at least $27.86 per hour.
Now, we did a story on New York City specifically putting a cap on new licenses for Ubers, right? Because what they were seeing is, everybody was getting a license for Uber, and there were too many Ubers, and the yellow taxis was seeing a dent in their business. Exactly. They weren't getting enough. Which yellow, to be honest,
and I went on a
Uber,
rant.
Right? To be
honest,
cabs
did this to themselves,
right? And
they choose
Uber,
and pick who they want to pick up. They take longer routes. They want to stop at lights so they can sit and catch. They do all this stuff to increase the sales. Right. Don't make me go on this rant again.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Yeah, but at the same time, Uber came in with a novelty idea that, hey, you could call the cab. The cab comes to you. You don't go to the cab.
Right.
That kind of deal. So
which is great.
That's definitely convenient. But a lot of these cab drivers, at the end of the day, couldn't afford their rent, their mortgages, support their family, and some of them ended up committing suicide because of that.
Yes.
So with Uber putting the cap on, with New York City putting the cap on New York laws for 1 year, and as well as now they're expecting you to pay more for your Uber per mile or whatever the case is to kind of match that. Business is business, man. At the end of the day.
But and I was reading a little bit more on the article. If you stay in your borough, it's not that expensive. It's just when you're going outside the borough.
Like if I go from Brooklyn to the city, or of course Brooklyn to Queens, or whatever it is.
Yeah. So what happened today was, I was coming here and I never looked up the address. So my wife was like, "Oh, we said, somewhere in Brooklyn. It shouldn't be that far." So I go on Lyft and Uber, and I always price compare. Yeah. And I'm like,
I'm never taking a Lyft again, but I'll tell you the story after this.
Dirty car, I already know.
No, not even.
Oh,
okay.
So $34. I was like, God damn, why is this so high? I was like, but the share was 14. I was like, damn, I can't risk it because I'm already running late. I don't want to be late to Gotham City,
right?
Podcast studio.
Yeah,
that was a plug. Anyway, it was $34 fucking dollars. I was hurt. I'm taking the train home. Yeah. I'm not catching Uber.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it started, but that was a lot. I'm not even that deep into the city.
Yeah, they go right at the tip, right?
Yeah.
Right? You right there. So as soon as you come off that Brooklyn Manhattan Bridge, you should take a left to downtown.
Exactly. Right. I don't know. But anyway.
Fuck Lyft forever. Number one, the cars aren't that, they aren't as nice as Uber. Somebody picked me up in their Winnebago. I'm like, listen, I can't do this. So I dropped my phone. It was a night after a holiday party at work. I guess I left my phone in the lift. I tried to call the driver back as soon as I realized maybe an hour later. It was like 3, 4 a.m. I'm like, yo, where's my work phone? I can't find it. So I called the driver. He didn't pick up. I texted him. Didn't pick up. Mind you, they picked me up in Jersey and dropped me to Brooklyn. So it's a good amount of change that I spent, right? Yeah. Because Uber was charging me like almost $100, where Lyft was much cheaper and charging me less, of course. So they I wasn't able to reach them. Then I emailed the customer service support. It was like, yeah, well, we're trying to reach the driver. He's not picking up. Keep in mind that they could turn the whatever, they could work whenever they want. Blah blah. I'm like, listen, I want my phone.
Simple as that.
Simple and plain. I don't care all that shit you talking about. I need my phone ASAP rock
right now.
So
I got some emails to respond to.
Long story short, they never gave me back my phone. They never got back to me. I'm never taking Lyft again. I deleted the app off my phone. So fuck Lyft and your Winnebagos.
Yeah, Lyft cars are a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
I started using Lyft more recently because of the share rides. With Uber now, they want you to walk a block or 2 blocks or to the other avenue. No, bitch. I order Uber because I want to get picked up at the door.
Do you take the pool?
The Uber?
Uber pool,
all the time.
Why?
What you mean?
You might as well take a dollar cab if you're gonna take a
dollar cab ain't everywhere. When I'm going from Crown Heights to Williamsburg, where's the dollar cab?
That's true. Good point.
You get to meet some nice people and share.
But how often how. So what's the time versus, let's say, all right, you're taking a Uber X straight to your destination versus you're taking the pool to your destination. So what's the time difference?
It depends on how fast I need to get there.
Okay.
And the price difference. Like if I would have took shared today, it was $14.
Okay.
And my regular Uber was $34. Now if I wasn't in a rush, I would have took shared. It said I would have been here by 3:10. I was like, I really don't have time to play around. So I had to spend the $34, and I'm a little upset about that.
Right.
But it is what it was. It is what it is. I I gotta move on.
You could just take your own private underground vehicle here. Hop on the train.
So did you hear about D.L. Hurgley questioning Terry Crews for not standing his ground during that sexual assault?
Yes, I did.
How do you feel about that?
I think Terry was able to hold his cool because, again, you got to understand the environment that he was in, right? He was in a party, whole bunch of white folks around. No offense, Brianna. Whole bunch of white folks around. If he had reacted in a way that was aggressive,
I would have flipped the whole.
He would have looked like the angry black man in the room, and he's the biggest, most athletic person in the room, of course. That I'm assuming he would have looked like the monster. His reputation would have been ruined. I think he handled it pretty well.
I think so too.
And then Terry turned around and said, "What if I wanted to slap the shit out of you, D.L. Hurgley?" Because questioning a man for reacting the way that he did, it really gave me the sense of, okay, this guy just thinks that, all right, you could just be angry at any time. But I think that Terry held his cool and he did what he had to do.
I just feel like D.L. who really doesn't have a lot of room to speak.
He doesn't.
He stepped out on his wife, which people do it all the time, whatever.
You do.
I'm not justifying that at all. But he had a baby.
You better not with your wife listening.
I love you, girl. He had a baby with that lady he stepped outside. And he prayed that the child would die, and the child actually did die. So you have no room to speak about anything you say or do.
Plus, we skip your part in Kings of Comedy.
And we skip your part in Kings of Comedy.
I don't remember DL's line in Kings of Comedy.
I don't.
I remember Bernie Mac wants some milk and cookies. I remember Cedric when he said, hey, in order to see better, black people turn down their radio to reverse to parallel park. I remember Steve Harvey, Sister Odell in the church. But your part is very forgettable. I didn't watch your TV show, D.L. Hurgley.
I did watch it.
No.
I wasn't like
it was all the Bernie Mac show, Steve Harvey show. Of course, he had it with Cedric the Entertainer. But no. I think Terry did what he had to do. He ended it right. He pressed charges. And now the guy that actually assaulted him is out of a job.
Good.
And he's in court.
I just feel like you have no room to speak, D.L. No. And you got to be in a situation to know how to handle it.
Exactly. And you got to make the type of money that Terry is making in order to know that. I'm not counting your pockets.
Right.
You may have got it.
You may.
But Terry's in a better position, I think, than you.
I mean, Terry played this famous role on Everybody Hates Chris when he was super cheap. That's 25-cent worth of chicken.
Hell yeah, that's more chicken left. That's more chicken left than that bone. You better eat that.
Yeah, you better.
That's 50 cent worth of ketchup.
You know how many hours I work to get you to eat this meal? When I have a child,
especially you and Pam said when the mother said, "I don't need this." My husband got two jobs.
Yeah. All right, so we have another presidential candidate, Cory Booker. He announced his presidential candidate February 1st. Booker serves as a junior United Senator for New Jersey since 2013. Booker is the first African-American U.S. Senator, U.S. senior from New Jersey, who was previously the 36th mayor of Newark from 2006 to 2013.
And he is actually one of the few, if not the only, one of the senators that actually living in the community that they actually represent. So he lives in the hood.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Booker and Harris, who announced her presidential candidacy Martin Luther King birthday, they both believe that black Americans deserve $100 billion in reparations for slavery because we supposed to get our acre and a mule, and that never happened.
Nope.
So they feel like, I guess they're using this as a plateau to get the black community to jump on their side.
Yep.
I'm not really a fan of it because I strongly doubt this will ever fucking happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I would greatly appreciate $100 million for my parents going through. I mean, my grandparent, my great grandparents,
like your
ancestors,
yeah,
going through slavery.
I don't think I have a dog in this fight because technically I'm not from here.
Yeah.
So
you're not with it.
I'm probably not gonna be with it. But there's a difference between actually getting the money, right, and the difference actually putting it in the community and the economy to help support educational programs, to help support housing. Because at the end of the day, if you take care of me financially and of course educationally, that could kind of rise me up in where I'm at in order to get education, in order to get a better job, in order to support your family. I think that's more long lasting than giving me money in my hand because I'm gonna blow it just like this because I don't have the education of how to save, how to invest and stuff like that. So I think that's a great thing.
I'll be honest with you.
Yep.
If I got 1% of that 100 billion, I will buy one pair of Jordans that I've been looking at for a very long time.
Corey, every week I sent you a pair of Jordans this week. Be like, yo, I already got it. I'm like, how?
I bought 3 pair of shoes this week. It's pretty bad.
You can open up a mini museum just of your sneakers.
I don't have any.
You got those Fear of Gods. I don't know. Those things are expensive as hell.
I got a sweet deal on those.
I'm not telling y'all to rob Corey, but listen.
I got a sweet deal on those.
If post come to shove, you selling those sneakers to support your.
Listen, it's an investment. You know.
For who?
For me and my family.
Okay.
You know what Jay-Z said? You buy that painting, you wait a couple years, and then you sell it.
It's true. So the Fear of God probably not, but it might come up again next year.
It might.
But you could flip that.
Because I'll have the first generation instead of the second generation. See, it's all investment.
If you say so.
I don't wear them. I haven't worn them.
Okay.
I haven't worn them.
Okay.
I literally wear the same 5 pair of shoes. It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, you loud and clear. So, Detroit, a police officer makes a black teen, Ariel Moore, walk in a freezing cold at night. And he records it actually on Snapchat, making racist remark at the young teen. The officer's name is Gary Steele. She was pulled over having expired license tags. Steele had previous charges in 2008 for attacking his girlfriend and firing a shot next to her head.
Yes. So, the Snapchat filter is Black History Month.
Yeah.
Well, first in the video, you can hear, I don't know if it was him or another officer, but she was walking. They were like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Which is from Friday, which is like a little joke that goes on.
Black people know.
Yeah. And then the filter, Black History Month.
Yeah.
And then in the top right-hand corner, what does it say?
What?
On a filter. It has like a little saying in the top right-hand corner.
Can't remember.
I can't remember either. But he used that filter as she was walking down the street in the cold.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how he was able to make her walk.
Yeah.
Because you would have told my car.
No.
I would have called an Uber or a friend or family. And I wouldn't have fucking moved. And if you would have tried to make me move, I would have fucked you up.
Or even, something like a good human would do with the cold temperatures in Chicago and all over the Midwest. If you're an officer, oh my God, your tags are expired. You're not supposed to be driving this car. All right, officer, can you give me a ride to my house or give me a ride to the closest store? Right, exactly. So I'm pretty sure the officer was like, sure, but he's not a moral person. He actually did something over 10 years ago that should have gotten him fired from the force. He's still on the force. So
I don't know how you beat up a female then you fire your shot next to her ear and you're still a police officer.
You gotta hold these people accountable, hold them responsible for the bullshit that they do, and call that shit out consistently.
Yeah, I agree.
Every single time.
I agree.
But of course, people get passes. Why? No idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
With temperatures reaching below zero in the Midwest, a woman by the name of Candace Payne put 80 homeless people in hotel rooms during the life-threatening historic cold in Chicago. In addition, Candace and a couple other volunteers provided food for them as well. She put the change for the rooms on the American Express credit card. That's and you got to pay that up. American Express, you got to pay up by the end of the month.
But to be honest, it's a great story.
It is a great story.
So she might get support to actually pay that off.
Absolutely.
So she provided meals as well with a couple of other volunteers. And it's a great thing to see people giving back. It's a shame that a normal person had to come out of their pocket, but not the city or the government to help support.
They knew this was coming.
Yeah,
They
man.
knew it was coming.
Yeah.
It was right around the corner.
And it's crazy in Chicago right now,
it's
yo.
freezing cold.
Mostly the Midwest.
Well, yeah.
Is Ohio in the Midwest?
Yes. No.
Is
Ohio's east.
Brianna, is Ohio in the Midwest? No.
It's east.
Yes, it's closer to New York.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
so
like 2 hours driving from 8 hours driving from Philly, I think. 6.
6 from Philly. I know it's like 8 from New York.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because what I planned on doing is
here we go.
you know I had something to do with LeBron.
Of course.
I was gonna drive to Cleveland.
Yeah.
To watch the Warriors and the Cavs.
Why don't you
play.
just fly, bro?
Well, because it's expensive, and it was easy to
To
drive.
Ohio? I doubt.
No, because it was the finals.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
it's
the
definitely
hotels
expensive.
was going up and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So I was gonna drive.
Just for the game, and then drive back.
No, I was gonna stay there tonight.
Okay.
But I would save more money by driving,
Got you.
and I can commute out to the city
Yeah.
and stay somewhere out there.
Okay, got you.
But then I looked at the tickets.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, I got this. And it was like, okay, bleachers, $4,500. I was like, oh,
Excuse me.
I'm sitting on my couch.
Is that
sounds
you?
free.
Is that USD 4,500? Is that U.S. currency?
Yeah, it's U.S. currency.
Okay.
No, it was like it was really like 25, 26, something
Yeah.
like that for the bleachers. But
Yeah.
I was like, no, I just sit on my couch.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that's it.
That's a great story, man. Again, it takes a
It takes
village.
LeBron for me to do a lot of things.
That's not where I was going,
Oh,
but okay.
sorry.
It really takes a village for in order to she probably had a great upbringing. She probably had saw this and she's like, nah, not on my watch. I'm not gonna have this happen. I'm gonna make sure that this is taken care of and do it her way. Do it her way, her time, and it turned out to be a wonderful, wonderful story.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's freezing. I got a friend, an old coworker that I hired on the holiday seasons before we closed down.
Yep.
She's in training over in Chicago.
Yep.
Freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing. She's not a fan.
Yeah.
She's not a fan right now.
So my mom, it's been freezing in New York too. It's been
Yes.
like 4 degrees, 2 degrees, 8 degrees, 5 degrees some days. So it's great to have the option to work from home.
Yes.
That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, my mom, fair to say that, my mom takes care of me, although I'm 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So she will always check, do you have your long johns on? I just bought you a fresh pair of long johns, so make sure you put them on as cold. So I'm like, yes, Mom, I'm wearing them. Show me that you're wearing them. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to pull my pants down and show you that I have these long johns on, Mom. So shout out to Mom for always checking in on me, make sure I'm good.
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
So it's not on this, but there's another presidential candidate hopeful. Her name is Marianne Williamson.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, so she said that she's running because America needs a moral and spiritual awakening. Williamson promises include a Green New Deal, universal background check for gun owners, and free college or technical schools. She also
Technical schools is big.
Yeah, she also called for reparations for slavery with $10 billion per year to be distributed over a 10-year period.
So that's that $100 million.
Right. So
$100 billion.
She said, I believe $100 billion given to a council to apply this money to economic projects, to educational projects, and renewal for that population is a debt to be paid. So shout out to you. She's running as a Democrat as well.
I just feel like they should just let us get loans. Approve.
They should forgive our loans.
Ooh,
it's loan forgiveness.
I looked at my wife's the other day.
Yeah. What college did she go to?
Temple University.
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice university.
Jesus flipping Christ!
Wow.
I said, babe,
what's going on?
If I would have known this before June 3rd, 2016, we wouldn't be here right now.
But you better take that back. Okay. Also, as well, Tekashi 6ix9ine pleaded guilty and could face up to 47 years in prison if convicted.
So
his trial is set to begin in January of 2020.
I hate the internet.
Wow.
It's the biggest bully in the world.
Hey, man.
They said he gets out when he turns 69.
69. That's hilarious.
If he serves all 47 years.
What a coincidence. He's probably going to serve less because he's cooperating, so a.k.a. snitching.
Yeah.
So
his rap game is over.
His rap game is over. He's going to do maybe a minimum of like 27 years.
Right now.
No, please. I don't want to hear that. Nope. My listeners are too old for that. It's called growth. Okay, we no longer listen. I never listened to any of 6ix9ine songs. I didn't approve it. I didn't approve of anything that he was doing on the street while he was out. Thank God he's locked up. And yo, it sucks. You're 22 years old. You had one of the biggest songs in the country. You're popular, but you wasted it. You used it on bullshit.
Well, he did it before this, when he was homeless. Whatever he's locked up for, it happened before he blew up. He was like homeless, thugging, banging, robbing, getting people killed, stuff like that.
Right.
I don't know.
But it's still caught up to you. Karma's a bitch.
Yeah, it is. I don't talk about this.
All right,
because the people live in Brooklyn and we live in Brooklyn. And they might find us.
I don't care.
They got our socials.
Come look for me. I got that thing on me, a.k.a. that Bible.
Just give me your kids.
All right, let's move on to the sports section, baby. No, they're doing it in post. All right, so what's going on with the Knicks, man?
Whoa. Let's talk about Philly picking up Nick Foles' option.
Okay.
Number one.
Let's talk about that first.
That's a smart move.
Fine.
I'm fine with that.
So they picked it up.
Yeah.
So that he's not leaving Philadelphia anytime soon.
Nope. He's going to be a backup to Carson Wentz. Which is perfect.
They're probably going to trade him after, bro. Because
I mean, that makes sense.
Time to think about it. All right. So
get some value over it. It's a smart move regardless.
Right. But then the team that's actually going to get the trade now owes him whatever money that's left on the contract.
Right. So it's a win-win for both teams.
And so
I mean, Nick Foles just won the Super Bowl.
All right, think about it too. So that makes me feel like that they're not that confident in Carson Wentz coming back from an injury.
Health. They believe his ability, but his health.
Right. So you still have a quality backup.
Yes.
But at the same time, you're paying. Carson Wentz was like the second overall pick. You're paying him at least $20-something million. He hasn't signed an extension yet, but then you're paying almost the same amount for a backup quarterback.
Yeah, I would do it. You already have everybody else locked in. If you sit down and really look at their whole roster, they have everybody else already locked in, so they have the money to blow.
Okay.
All right, on to the next. Super Bowl Sunday, tomorrow. Predictions, scores, and who you got winning.
I bet.
Go.
So I got the Jacksonville Jaguars winning the Super Bowl. Okay, fine. So Rams Patriots. They haven't. They came close last year. So Rams Patriots tomorrow.
Yep. What was it, 6:00?
Like 6:30.
Yeah.
You coming through?
You having something?
Yeah. Let me know.
Yeah. I'll probably pull up.
Let me know.
I'll bring something.
Bring something. All right. Bring some drinks.
You drinking?
I'm not drinking, but somebody else probably drinking. Drink some soft drinks. Drink some, like, you know what I'm saying? There's some cran apple. Bring some
cran apple. That's just juice.
Bring some juice.
That's Nova.
Dude, you know I'm not a drinker. But anyway, so Patriots Rams. My prediction is 34-20 Rams.
My prediction was 26-34 Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. So matchup wise, I think because what the Patriots did to the Chiefs the week prior is kind of unfair. Right? So, they used Julian Edelman in the really short 5 yard, 10 yards out. They eat you under, and then they go over the top if they can, or they just use Sony Michel to just run it up the gut.
That's all they do.
So,
what's key is Arnold Donald.
Aaron
Donald.
Yeah.
He has to get to Brady.
Or Sue.
Yeah, or Sue.
Or Dante Fowler.
Or him.
Yeah.
They have 4 seconds to do it.
Not even. They have 2 seconds.
Because that motherfucker,
Brady,
he gets that ball out.
Right. So I'm thinking a lot of screens, a lot of trick plays, because they do. Patriots always do that shit, bro.
Yep.
Brady will. Edelman will come in motion. Brady will toss it to Edelman. Edelman will then fake that he's throwing it, throw it back to
Brady.
Sony Michel. Throw it back to Brady,
Who
and then
throws it to ground.
Who throws it to ground wide open,
and
big
end
play.
zone 7-9.
And it'd be 4th down and 14, and that shit happens.
And they win.
It
won't happen this year. Sorry, Randy.
Right. So talk about your boy.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I've been depressed because LeBron James hasn't played basketball since December 25th.
What was his injury? What
he had a
groin
injury.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he slipped on the floor. The Warriors tried to destroy his career. I am currently pursuing a lawsuit against Oracle Arena. He came back.
Okay.
He almost had a triple-double.
Okay.
He had about 26 points, 9 rebounds, and about 7 assists.
Ooh.
First came back.
Nice.
Overtime win against the Clippers, who's a pretty solid team.
What's the Lakers win this year? Like, when's their wins?
I don't know.
No.
It's not good right now.
But they're not looking good. Would they make the playoffs?
Yeah. I mean, you got LeBron James.
Okay.
Yeah, you got LeBron James. I mean, they won like 4-11 while he was out. That's what fucked them up. They was in 3rd seed before he left.
Right.
So now they struggle.
Gotcha.
But it's all good. We making a lot of moves. Knicks trade the unicorn to the Mavs. Porzingis is no longer a Knick.
That's crazy.
That was their best player. Granted, he was injured this year. But he's a great player. Him and Luka Doncic, who is going to be the rookie of the year without a doubt, next year are going to be a problem. Okay. You heard it here first. Yeah. Mostly everything.
I believe you.
Luka and Porzingis, with the Mavericks records, they're going to get a top 5 pick. Okay. And they're going to get a point guard.
Oh, so they suck right now.
Yeah, they suck.
Okay.
Dirk Nowitzki still plays on the team.
Oh. Is he going to retire?
Yeah, this is his last year.
Okay.
Well,
probably.
Yeah, he said he might come back, but it's supposed to be his last year. Okay. I'll get to him in a second. Yep. Mark my words. Okay. They're going to be a problem in the West next year. Okay. Got it. I'm saying they might be like 7th seed because you got the West is solid. You got Houston. You got the Warriors. Yep. You got a lot of teams over there. Right. You got the Thunder. Yep. You got the Lakers. Right. You got a lot. Gotcha. But anyway, they're going to be a problem. Okay. Believe that. Yep. Dirk Nowitzki and Dwayne Wade. This is their last year. Okay. So they've been put into the All-Star game, even though they wasn't voted or picked up for reserve. Okay. So shout out to that. Yep. I think that's next weekend actually. Yeah. So
not interested, but okay.
What? Oh. The 3-point contest is gonna be crazy.
I don't follow basketball, sir.
Jesus Christ. James Harden is averaging 43.6 points for the month of January. That is insane. Insane. Yeah. I don't think only person that averaged just as much points in a month was Wilt Chamberlain. James Harden is probably averaging about 36 points, which is the most points besides Wilt Chamberlain since Jordan, which is a long time, since like 88, 89, something like that. Yep. 30 years. And James Harden's also averaging 30 points. I'm sorry, 30-point games for the last 25 games. Wow. Which hasn't been done besides Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain. Okay. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 69 30 or more point games. That's a lot of fucking games.
That's a lot of fucking games.
With 30 or more points. Yeah. That's unstoppable.
That's insane.
Anyway, Kyrie probably doesn't want to play in Boston because he wants to come back and be with the King in L.A. Yeah.
I heard that he called LeBron and be like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I didn't know how hard it is to be a leader of a team." Yep. Pretty much kissing ass and saying, "Hey, I want to join you again."
Exactly. And I told people that Kyrie wasn't a leader. I told them that when he left Cleveland. Yep. No one believed me. They was like, "He's good." I'm like, "Yeah, he is good, but he's not a leader." Okay. And my point has been proven. Yep. I'm gonna pull up the tweets because it's dated and time stamped. Yep. Anthony Davis wants to play in L.A. If he goes to L.A., LeBron gets his 3rd title with his 3rd team this year. Okay. Kyrie comes over next year. So it'll be Kyrie, AD, and LeBron.
So what about all
this? It could be 3-on-5 and they still win.
So what about all this talk about Kyrie, AD, and Zion to the Knicks?
Well, it depends. That could happen. That could happen. I don't know if Zion and Anthony Davis will play well together with the way type of player Zion is, but he's good.
So is he really that good? Like, is he? All I see is dunks from him.
Yeah, that's all he can really do. Okay. But no one can really stop him from dunking. That's the problem.
How tall is he? Do you?
6'8".
About
two, same size as LeBron basically.
Gotcha.
But if you got to remember, LeBron came in and was only dunking too. Yeah, that's all he knew. He didn't have no jump shot. Gotcha. So, but he's gonna be a problem, and he's a big name. Yep. I think if the Knicks are planning to get first pick next year, and that's what they're gonna take. Okay. So Kyrie could go to the Knicks. Yeah. I don't know, but Kyrie only going to big markets, so it's only L.A., Boston, or New York.
When is the draft?
July.
Oh, okay.
Because finals is in June.
Gotcha.
So 2019 Pro Hall of Fame inductees will be announced tonight.
Yep.
The finalists are Isaac Bruce, Adrian James. Oh my God, I forgot about Adrian James. That was my guy. Tony Gonzalez, the GOAT, Ed Reed.
I think he's gonna. All right, we're gonna have our picks, but go ahead. Continue.
Steve Atwater.
Yep.
Champ Bailey. Ty Law. Ty Law did something that pissed me off. He used to play for the Patriots. I think he got an interception and helped them win one game in the championship, right?
Yeah, I think he got two ships. Like he was on that early Patriots team where they won 2 Super Bowls, 2 or 3.
John Lynch. Kevin
Mawai.
Allen who?
Faneca.
I don't know who it is. Yeah. Richard Seymour. Tony who?
Baselli.
Who's he?
He played tackle for Jaguars, so that was the first pick that
Steven
we ever made.
And Tom Flores.
And
hold on.
Don Coryell.
Oh, Don Coryell.
Yeah,
I had to
as a coach.
So 2 coaches.
So my pick.
How many people get picked in 3 or 4?
Is 5 players and 2 contributors. Okay. So 7.
7.
So my 5, if I was picking out of this list, my 5 would be Tony Baselli, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed.
What's up with you and Tony's?
Ty Law.
That's 4.
Alan Faneca.
Okay. So
and the 2 coaches, I guess, 2 contributors. These 2 coaches are there. Maybe 1 or 2 get in, but I don't know shit about them. So
yeah, I don't know nothing about them either.
Yeah.
If I had to pick, my 2 would be. I mean, my 5 would be Ed Reed.
Of course.
John Lynch.
Yeah.
Tony Gonzalez.
Okay, that's your 3.
Steve Atwater.
Okay. Steve Atwater.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was good, bro.
I respect.
He had a short career, but he was good.
I respect it.
And it's tough, guys.
Just throw Tony Baselli because he's gonna get in regardless.
Who? I don't know who he is.
Throw Isaac Bruce in there then.
That's what I'm thinking about between Isaac Bruce and Ty Law.
Oh.
Nah, I don't think Adrian is gonna get in. That was my guy though. I mean, he had Peyton Manning, so.
Well.
I mean, it kind of negates a lot.
Still good though.
Yeah, I mean, he was good, but
great.
I don't think he's gonna get in.
Okay.
We'll see. You heard it here first.
So who's your 5th?
I said Isaac Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Rams.
All right, man. That'll be a great pick. It's tonight as always, and the awards is tonight as well too.
What awards?
Like the Offensive Rookie of the Year, MVP, all that stuff is tonight as well.
I don't care about that. Guess who's playing?
Who's playing?
LeBron versus the Warriors.
So
it's going down.
I have no.
8 p.m. 8:30 maybe. Don't call me.
Who's gonna win?
And play mode.
I don't plan.
Who's gonna win?
I don't plan on calling you.
Who's gonna? Brianna. LeBron James is gonna win.
What's his middle name?
LeBron Corey James.
What was his birthday?
December 30th, 1984.
What's his blood type?
B. Because that's my brother. All right, guys. You know what time it is.
Time for the top 5, baby. That we haven't thought about yet.
Top 5, no debating. Top 5, top 5, top 5.
Can you pause the recording, Brianna?
Can I pause it?
Yeah.
Sure.
How much time do we have left?
Half hour?
Okay. So we gonna need just some time to think of the top 5, then we'll continue. Is that fine?
Oh, yeah. Do you want me to stop the video, too?
Yes.
Okay.